Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to my studio. Today, we're going to make something. Join me for the next tutorial starting right now. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make two super simple scrunchies using only one ball of this gorgeous velvet yarn. And we're only going to be using one stitch, the half double crochet. In the first half of the video, I'll show you how to make it a double ruffle scrunchie. And in the second half of the video, I'll show you how to modify the pattern to make it a single ruffle scrunchie too. Let's get started. You're going to need one ball of this really soft and pretty velvet yarn, a size J10 or 6mm crochet hook, and a standard sized hair tie or ponytail holder, whatever you call it. After you tie your yarn to your crochet hook, you want to slip stitch around the hair tie. Then chain one, which does not count as a stitch, and we're going to work our first round of stitches around the hair tie and around the tail as well. We're going to do 36 half double crochets around the hair tie, and that begins with a yarn over your hook, insert your hook under the hair tie, yarn over, pull up a loop. You now have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. That's a half double crochet. You want to do that 35 more times in the ring. As your circle is getting full, you can slide your stitches around to make more room. Okay, we now have 36 stitches in our first round. We're going to slip stitch to the top of the first stitch at the beginning of the round to join. And now for round 2, we're going to work in the back loops only. So we'll start with a chain 1 that does not count as a stitch. And instead of working into both loops, we're only going to work into the back loop only for this round. And this is round 2A. For round 2B, which we'll come to much later, I will show you that we'll do everything we do for the rest of the rounds on the A side. We'll do them in the free loops remaining for the B side. So for round 2A, we're going to work 2 half double crochets in the back loop only in each stitch around. So it's yarn over your hook, insert your hook into the back loop only of the first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, then yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. And then you're going to repeat 2 half double crochets, the back loop only in each stitch around. At the end of round 2A, we're going to slip stitch to the first stitch at the beginning of the round to join. And then round 3A is a chain 1, which doesn't count as a stitch, and we'll work 1 half double crochet in each stitch around, working through both loops in this round. At the end of round 3A, you want to slip stitch to the first stitch at the beginning of the round to join. Cut your yarn, leaving a tail long enough that we can weave in our loose ends, and fasten off. Okay, might as well take care of that tail right now. We'll use our yarn needle and just weave back and forth a couple of times to get that tail nice and secure inside the stitches. You want to work back and forth in at least 3 directions. The more time you spend on weaving in your tails, the more likely they are to stay put through the lifetime of your project. There, that looks pretty good. And now we're ready to begin the second half of our scrunchie. So remember how we skipped the front loops in round 2A. Well, now we're ready to begin round 2B, which means we're going to tie our yarn back onto our crochet hook. You can use a square knot, a slip knot, whichever works best for you. And you can bend your project in half like this. Doesn't matter which stitch you start in, it can be anywhere around. And you want to slip stitch to join in the middle of that free loop of the beginning of round 1. Chain 1, and then we're going to work yarn over, insert your hook in that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. That's a half double crochet, and we'll do that a second time in the same stitch. And now we'll repeat 2 half double crochets in that free loop all the way around. Okay, at the end of the round, you want to slip stitch to the first half double crochet at the beginning of the round to join. And this is what your work should look like at the end of round 2B. Notice that we have 2 different sections of our ruffle now. So we have 2 tiers of ruffle. Round 3B is the same as round 3A. It's yarn 1, which doesn't count as a stitch, and 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. At the end of the round, you want to slip stitch to the first stitch at the beginning of the round to join. And now at the end of round 3B, we're going to fasten off and weave in our tails. Let's say and this is what your beautiful full volume double tiered scrunchie will look like when you're finished. You just want to weave in these tails. How pretty is that? Next, I'm going to show you how you can modify this pattern if you don't want 2 ruffles and you just want 1 single ruffle. Okay, so for the smaller scrunchie, you're going to work round 1 the same. It's slip stitch to join, chain 1 that doesn't count as a stitch, and 36 half double crochets around. The only difference between the high volume scrunchie with 2 tiers and the single ruffle scrunchie is that round 2 is just round 2. It's not round 2A and 2B, meaning we're going to work a chain 1 and 2 half double crochets in each stitch around, working through both loops of each stitch. Like that. So we'll work 2 half double crochets through both loops of each stitch around. So we'll just have the 1 round 2 on this scrunchie. And then round 3 will be the same as rounds 3A and 3B on the other scrunchie, meaning that we'll just work 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. And round 3 of the single ruffle scrunchie is the same as rounds 3A and 3B on the double ruffle scrunchie, meaning that we're going to chain 1 and work 1 half double crochet through both loops only in each stitch around. This velvet yarn is so soft and so pretty, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm able to get several scrunchies out of one ball of this yarn, which makes it super affordable too. I'll have a link for where to get the yarn on the pattern page. You just need to follow the link in the video description. Make sure you follow the link in the video description to download this digital pattern that includes the written instructions and charts for both of these scrunchies, and to get a link to where to purchase this gorgeous velvet yarn. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, please feel welcome to leave them for me in the comments. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.